Fall Guys. Fall Guys. Discussion video. Okay, stream. Hey, what's up guys? Zukasmart here. And today I'm going to be doing a discussion video on Fall Guys. Fall Guys is, I'll discuss it in a minute. Hang on. Let me just check if the stream is running fine at the moment. Okay. Well, we are live. We are live. Okay, we are live. Let me just open Steam. Yes, I am on PC. Hello everyone. Okay, so let me just edit this. Fall Guys discussion. Fall Guys save. Hello everyone, welcome to this stream. Today we're going to be discussing Fall Guys if you are new here. I'm just going to explain in the stream or video, if you're watching this after, of all the problems I have with Fall Guys currently. So Fall Guys has been released, this gives us some background. Fall Guys has been released on August 4th. Globally, and it's currently on Steam and PlayStation. And what it is, it's a 60-player game where you have to qualify to each round and to be the last one finished by qualifying at the finale. So, my concerns with this very trendy game at the moment. One, hang on, let me just get up Notepad just to list my concerns, just so I can show you the list and not have to go over them. Is Notepad gonna open? Is it gonna open? No, it's not. Okay, scrap that then. Alright, so my first concern. Right, I understand that Fall Guys is a very recent game. It has a lot of bugs and, you know, stuff like that. So my first concern is the overall physics. The physics in the game are not the best. Why? Because you would be in a race or anywhere in the race and you could be a monster crowd and you just be jumping, and for some reason your guy topples over every flipping fence you touch, and he would keep falling over that gate, and then you would lose because the physics are stupid. And that's my first concern with the game currently. My second concern is the people. The people in the game are really annoying on Steam as of now, because the amount you can grab is ridiculous. You go so far. You could be like on one edge of a platform and there would just be a person waiting there, waiting to grab you because he's sad, and then you try and grab him back. Screw that. You grab him back because he's grabbed you, but then you don't grab him as far. Like, what's going on there? Like, what's happening? You know? Like, I would be on tip-top-toe or rollout, and I would have, or perfect match, and I'll be on this tile, mind my own business, trying to memorize, and then I'm put off by this guy because he's keep grabbing me. He won't grab anyone else. He would deliberately go for me, and I don't know why. I'm not famous or anything, so I don't know why he's going for me. And he just keeps going for me, and I try and grab him back, and he pushes me off the edge, and I lose because of that one guy. So to all you people who grab in the game and just ruin it for everyone else, you are not funny, alright? And you are not gaining anything from it. You are just making yourself look like a bigger dickhead than you already are. My third concern with this game, as of right now, is the minigames. The minigames are very questionable. If you haven't seen my second latest video, I made a tier list of the minigames, and you can see that I have currently put most of them in F tier because of a lot of them being to do with team games. And with team games, it's really RNG based, although some are more RNG'd and rigged than others. Well, not rigged, but they are unfair for a particular team. So if you play a game of Hoopsie Daisy, is a team-based game, it is by far the least biased and hardest game, because even if your team is doing awful, you can still do really well by just yourself gaining points for your team. That's what I like. Even if your team's failing, if you're at least one person that's doing well, or you are doing well, you can make a comeback. But in the other team games, you can't do that. If you have a terrible team, you're screwed. You're lost, you're out, you can't do anything. Examples of this are Team Tail. Well, no one can grab a tail, so obviously you lose. Full ball. People are pushing the ball, your team's behind, and then every team just stops carrying about the ball and just tries and fuck the people in last place. Stop. Please, just stop being a dickhead and just continue on. Alright? Then you have games like Fall Ball, if your team just has no goals and you're just going all offensive, and there's just this one guy at the side that just grabs you and throws you out the way and scores. Yeah, you're screwed again. You could be really good, but still be screwed. Hoarders is another example. Your team could be absolutely awful, and can you make a comeback? Do you get any benefits from being in last for a long period of time? No. No, you don't. You are screwed, and you have to leave the match because you do not want to see your team flop that hard on the ground. But there is some good mini-games in Fall Guys, such as Hexagon, there's Dizzy Heights, there's the Whirligig, Slime Climb's good, because these are all fair. Hoopsie Daisy's good too. There's nothing blocking you from releasing all your skill and having it based on some random person in your team. It's mainly skill for those types of games. But for games just like Fruit Shoot or even Fall Ball, it's not very great, and your team just can't make a comeback, and that's quite disappointing. Number 4, there is far too many people allowed in a game at once. 60 people is a clusterfuck. 100 would have been just unplayable, and 60 is still far too much, in my opinion. If the crowds just stop you from being able to move on, and you could have a perfect jump place, but then you're in the crowd and then you've fallen behind and then you get eliminated just because there's too many players. There is far too many players in the game, and it just drags out the game far too long. And number 5, we have the finales. The finales are Royal Fumble, Hexagon, Jump Showdown, very recent one that's been added, and probably some other ones Fall Mountain, that one too. There's nothing wrong with the finales. It's just how the placements are and how they play out. Hexagon is a very fair and balanced finale because everyone starts in the same position and everyone has a fair chance of winning since it's all balanced and it's just the same platforms. And that's what I like about Hexagon. However, games like Royal Fumble are awful because you can just wait for the last second and someone snaps it off you. And there's also Fall Mountain. If you're at the back, you're fucked because the person at the front could finish perfectly, no mistakes, and you could be at the back, finish with no mistakes, and lose because you've been put further back. Unless there was a line of people and you reduce the amount of people for Fall Mountain so that you could have a line, that would be much better. Or you could just extend the platform so you can fit more people on there. That would be great. And also the finales are so random for the amount of people. Like you could have 16 people for Fall Mountain, and you could have 16 people and you're like, ooh, it's gonna be Fall Mountain and a finale, but no, then Fall Bowl shows up, and then you're just sitting there confused, like what? Why is it Fall Bowl? There's like 16 people. Why is it Fall Bowl? And it's just stupid. Why is there 5 rounds? There shouldn't be 5 rounds. There should be at least 4 maximum. Because what is the point in extending it that long for a rubbish minigame? It's rubbish, that minigame. Awful. Ban it. Die. Put it in the bin. Fuck it. Fuck that minigame. Fall Bowl is just awful. It's just because of the teams. If you have a shit team, you're fucked. Number 6. Skins. Now, this is a very unpopular opinion, I think. But it's not very addressed well. Skins make you have a disadvantage in the game. Especially the bigger and broader ones. Why? Because they involve hitboxes. And the hitboxes depend on the skins. And if you have a bigger hitbox in the game, that can make you have massive disadvantages. Because if you're playing a game of Door Crash, or you're playing a game of Gate Crash, your guy's gonna topple more. Because your skin is a bigger height. And that's what sucks. You can't have a big skin without it just staying straight. Everyone's gonna have the same skin because it's just a common to have one. The only reason people would have one is because of the looks. That's really it. Or people don't even know about it. And that's the thing. Why does it give you a con? Why? And I know for a fact this is true because I've tried multiple games with none and a skin, and it is much easier to stay on your feet in every minigame with no skins whatsoever. such as like this one here, the pigeon, the wolf, triceratops. But if you have something like this, you're good. You're good. This doesn't apply for like too many games. This applies for finales too, such as Jump Showdown. Because when you have a platform and you've got to skim right in between, your guy's tall and broad, so you won't fit in. But if you have a skinny little midget stick man, he can fit right through like a snail in ice. Fall Guys has a lot of potential, but they just need to do the updates right. They need to reduce the amount of bugs possible and make it fun for not just pros, but for every type of player. But not limited in, so beginners have a more advantage over pros. They need to keep a balance, because pros are having more success because of the fact they know how to deal with situations, but they can only deal with the situations because they know about the RNG and where that RNG is. You could say that about beginners. Beginners should know where the RNG is, blah blah blah. But even pros can lose too, because of the team games. Like, you could go 5 rounds in, and then let's just say you get a team minigame. This won't happen 5 rounds in, but let's just say if you get a team minigame, right? And then you're popping off, you're doing really well, you're a pro, you know how the game works, so you're doing really well, right? Your team's neck to neck, and then your team flops on the floor at the end, and then you lose. Do we really want that? No. No, we don't. Alright. And the final suggestion, complaint, number 7 or 8, I think. I don't think we should start off races in the minigames with 60 people at once. It just doesn't seem right. I think we should lower the amount of people to at least 50 or around 50, because it's just more controlled and you get more servers, and it's just a lot more better. But I think for the races, we should have only you, the player, can be seen and play the races. People are still eliminated, right? People are still eliminated, but it's still the last people there. You just can't get hit or collided with, so it is more skill. Unless I have to avoid the crowds just so I can't get sent to the back and be fucked after I miss a jump because there's too many people in front of me. No one wants that. We all want a controlled game that we can improve on to improve our success rate in the game. But we can't do that when you have 60 million people on top of you, like it's a fucking hurricane of jelly beans. No one wants that, right? No one wants that at all. It would be more controlled. Team games will still have people in them, but finales, it would kind of depend. Like something like Fall Mountain might have some people in it, but something like Hexagon wouldn't really need one. Same with Jump Showdown. And you can't get grabbers anymore too. You can't just get people on the finish line just shoving people off. Because where's the fun in that? We don't want to go through all this mini games just for someone to screw us in the end. So yeah, there is my complaints and suggestions on Fall Guys. Currently, in its prime state. I know Fall Guys is very recent, but I hope the developers please fix some of the physics in the game, as they are just extremely dodgy and make me just not want to play. And it's not just for me, it's for a lot of people in the game, such as streamers, YouTubers. So please address the problems. Consider taking your time and making sure every update has no bugs whatsoever. If you can do updates without disproving the game further, you have got yourself a Fortnite popularity game. This could be the game of the century if Fall Guys can pop off with these updates and improve the game dramatically. Thank you guys for watching the stream and the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like down below. And if you want to see more Fall Guys content in the future, please leave a like, because I will rage very hard. Yeah. See you guys soon. Or later. Peace. Hang on. I just need to fix this. Properties.